Chad Slater, my partner, and I set up Morphic Asset Management in 2012. Our aim was to manage money for people who wanted exposure to global equities in a way that had a very tight focus on risk. Our plan was to try and make sure we kept up with rising markets, but that we did well when the markets were weaker, so that over time people had a much less volatile ride and felt confident to stay in the markets through the cycle, which is generally the best thing for long-term investment.
The philosophy and values inside Morphic is change creates opportunity. And what we mean by that is when we look around the world, these businesses that we think are undergoing change, it could be for the better or the worse. So sometimes businesses may be going from great businesses to not so good businesses. We think generally people are slow to anticipate and understand how long-term these changes can be. And if you think of it in that context, that you care about change, it's almost a natural second step to think about ethical investing. Look around the world, I think it's becoming abundantly clear to most people, if it wasn't previously, that there is climate change. So I think as a firm, our philosophy is a great starting point to come to the ethical side of things.
The main thing we're trying to achieve with our new fund is to give people an opportunity to invest in a way that they know their money is not going to making the world a poorer place. At the same time, to give them good returns and to give them a much lower volatility in those returns than they will get with other managers. It's wonderful to be back in the ethical investment space. I spent my entire career until I started Morphic as an ethically screened investor. It's something which I think makes you think more sharply about all the investment risks you're facing.
Overall, what makes Morphic so important to people's portfolio is this simple statistic. The ATO says about 3% of self-managed super funds have money invested offshore. If I compare that to a large fund like the Future Fund, who I'd call best in class for investing, has about 30 to 50% of their money outside Australia. So by using Morphic, this gives people an opportunity to put more money into global equities as well.
Well, we're very happy that before we even launched the prospectus, we already had backing from a number of key players. Westpac, which through its Ascalon division owns 1/3 of our business, is going to be investing $5 million in the new fund. Jeff Wilson, who has been the pioneer of the listed investment company format, is going to invest $1.1 million. And the board between us is going to invest nearly $1 million ourselves. So we know we start with a great team of backers for the fund and enthusiasts for the concept we're developing.